It's here, babes. The full story is complete. Feel free to use it. Ruyan reminds you to get into the perfect squat position. The epic story starts now. The girl I loved most had severe depression. She gave up on herself. She self-harmed and tried to die, but I saved her every time. No matter how much I loved her, she was still drawn to that depressed guy. She threw everything into saving him. In my last life, I played the martyr and became his emotional support while he rescued the guy. I paid for his tuition, covered his dad's medical bills, and got him the best therapist. I watched them both step into the light, while I burned out and triggered my own mental illness. I thought he'd at least look at me once. Instead, he and the guy just laughed behind my back. He loved me so much, he drove me insane. Back to the day I first met the guy. The girl I loved most was still threatening me. If you won't help him, then don't even think about helping me anymore. I laughed through my tears. What a deal. The second I opened my eyes after rebirth, I saw Liu Ruyan grabbing some guy's hand. She glared at me and snapped, "What are you spacing out for? Are you gonna help him or not?" I kept spacing out, staring at the girl in the white skirt with the ponytail. Everything blurred for a second. Then it hit me. I had really been reborn. Reborn, at the most critical moment of my life. Are you helping Jiboda or not? Jiboda, just like Liu Ruyan, was a depression patient, and extremely poor. He could barely afford to eat. His naturally gloomy vibe made him look like he was born sad. It instantly hooked Liu Ruyan, who was the same type. She was dead set on pulling him out of rock bottom. I've been through the rain, so I want to hold an umbrella for him. That was Liu Ruyan's smooth line. Liu Ruyan had no parents. She was raised by her aunt and abused for years. She fell into depression as a kid. She self-harmed and tried to kill herself multiple times. I was always by her side, doing everything I could to drag her out of the darkness. Now, she was full of energy. A bright, beautiful princess. The scars from her self-harm had faded almost completely. She was confident and proud, like a pampered Persian cat. All thanks to me. But in her eyes I never existed. Only Jiboda did. In my last life I was full of resentment and pain. But I didn't want to make Liu Ruyan angry. So I still decided to help Jiboda. I spent money and effort, like a total idiot, holding the umbrella for Liu Ruyan and Jiboda. They laughed and had the time of their lives under it, while I got soaked in the rain. In the end, Jiboda recovered from his depression and walked into a top university hand in hand with Liu Ruyan, heading toward a bright future. And me, I burned out so badly I triggered a genetic mental illness. Not only did my studies tank, I ended up in a psych ward for treatment. I'll never forget the way Liu Ruyan laughed at Jiboda and said, "Look, Ling Chen loved me so hard he went crazy. Hilarious, right?" I'll also never forget my mom kneeling and begging Liu Ruyan to be nicer to me, so I'd get better. Liu Ruyan just said one thing. He loves me, but I don't love him. Don't guilt trip me, okay? My mom already had the same genetic mental illness. This pushed her over the edge again. She killed herself in the hospital. I spiraled, going crazy day and night, and eventually died from the illness. My fists clenched hard. All the memories flooded back. My teeth wouldn't stop chattering. I stared at the two scumbags in front of me. A bone-deep hatred roared through my marrow. The past flashed like a horror reel and exploded in my head. Help Jiboda or not? Help him. Yeah, right. The words, Jiboda, roared out of my throat. My eyes were bloodshot. I was barely in control. Liu Ruyan jumped in shock, her little face filled with disgust. Then she exploded. "You cursed at me. You actually dared to curse at me." Maybe my years of endless love had made her lose herself. She couldn't believe I'd curse her. Yeah, why would I? She was my pure white moonlight, a fragile little kitten who needed pampering, a fallen leaf that would wither without me. She used to be a wilted lily. Her sad eyes had hooked me hard. I played the simp and wanted to save her. But now she was no longer that pitiful girl. She treated me like her personal ATM and punching bag. She was just a selfish, cold-hearted, white-eyed wolf. Trash, like you, deserves to be cursed. My voice grew harsher. The rage made my cheeks burn. Liu Ruyan froze again. in total disbelief. Beside her, the tall, skinny Jibota lifted his head. His gloomy face showed shock. Lin Chen, you don't have to help me, but don't insult Ruyan. Who the hell do you think you are? I am your benefactor. Want money? Kneel and beg. I hated Jibota just as much. He was another white-eyed wolf. In my last life he took all my help, and badmouthed me behind my back, saying I looked down on him, and discriminated against him because I had money. After he got into a good school, he even came to rub it in my face on purpose. Lin Chen, thanks so much. You're so amazing. You only got into a community college, but you helped me get into a top university. Looks like you really are mentally ill. Scum like him deserves to stay depressed forever. Lin Chen, you've lost it. Spouting nonsense everywhere. You think having a little money makes you hot stuff. Liu Ruyan snapped out of it, furious and shocked. She pointed at me. Her little face was bright red. Let me tell you, Jibota comes from a poor family. His dad has been bedridden for years. He's bullied at school. He's even more pitiful than me. You are not allowed to curse him. I already know all that, because in my last life, I not only paid his dad's medical bills, I also dealt with the gang that bullied him, and hired him the best therapist to treat his depression. So pitiful he should just die. I laughed from pure anger. Liu Ruyan trembled all over. She screamed, Lin Chen, you're not even human. This is your last chance. Are you going to help Jibota or not? If you don't help him, then stay away from me forever. We'll be strangers from now on. She pulled out her classic move again. Whenever I hesitated on any of her demands, she threatened to leave me. It worked perfectly on the old me, because I'd invested so much in her. She was my irreplaceable white moonlight. I couldn't bear to lose her. But after being reborn, my mental illness was cured, and my mom's suicide hit me like a truck. I finally woke up. A cheap woman like Liu Ruyan didn't deserve my love at all. Ha 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 ha. First time seeing someone threaten me like this. Even raising a dog is better than raising you. At least a dog wags its tail at me. You're worse than a dog. My words hit Liu Ruyan hard. She couldn't believe her ears. It pushed her anger to the limit. She opened her LV bag, pulled out a bank card and threw it at me. Here, take your card and get lost. Don't even think about helping me again. This is all your own fault. This was our couple card. That's what I called it. Liu Ruyan never complained, because it had the money she needed. I'd been giving her money for 3 years. At least 30 a month. Plus big red packets on holidays. 5, 200, 314, all that. It let her live like a princess. She wore designer clothes, carried luxury bags, had every pair of shoes. Everyone at school thought she was a rich young lady. Little did they know she was just a poor, selfish, white-eyed wolf. I caught the card and smiled brightly. Your bag and shoes were bought by me too. Hand them over. Liu Ruyan, still burning with rage, looked confused. Her slanted eyes still held a trace of smugness and expectation. She thought I'd cave. She was waiting for me to beg and make up. But not only did I not cave, I asked for her stuff back. Fine, fine, fine. Don't regret it. She threw the bag at me and kicked off her shoes. Then she grabbed Jibota and stormed off. Jibota stayed silent, still doing his gloomy act. I kicked her smelly shoes straight into the trash. As for the bag, new one, perfect for grocery runs. Liu Ruyan looked back, saw me kick her shoe away, and her face turned purple with rage. She didn't stop, just gritted her teeth and left. I looked up at the blue sky. After the anger came endless guilt and sadness. I was such a jerk in my last life. I got my own mom killed. I checked the date. Today was my mom's birthday. After all these years, I finally realized how important mom's birthday is. My eyes turned red. Tears fell. I'd never celebrated a single birthday with my mom. At most, I'd send a happy birthday text. I got my own mom killed. I checked the date. Today is totally my mom's birthday. After all these years, this is the first time I actually get it. How much mom's birthday really means. My eyes go red in a second. Tears just start pouring down. I've never celebrated a single birthday with my mom. I'd just shoot her a happy birthday text at most of. I bolt straight out of school, head to the luxury mall downtown. I buy her a Van Cleef and Arpels bracelet. Costs 43 grand. My family isn't hurting for cash. We definitely don't need more jewelry. But I've never gotten my mom a real gift before. This time, I have to. Then I grab a huge bouquet of carnations. I used to only buy roses. Never even thought about carnations. Now, it feels so stupid. I mean, carnations are the only flowers that wouldn't end up in the trash. Gifts in hand, I head back to school. Still got afternoon classes. I make it just in time. Classmates see me walk in with flowers and a fancy box. And everyone starts teasing. Ling Chen's buying Liu Ruyan gifts again. So romantic. Dude, what kind of spell does Liu Ruyan have on him? Amid all the laughs, some people clearly feel bad for me. Everyone knows I'm Liu Ruyan's total simp, and she really treats me like one. Up in the front row, Liu Ruyan lifts her chin. She lets out a smug little laugh. She obviously misunderstood. She's so used to thinking, I'm bringing gifts to apologize. That's exactly what I did in my last life. I don't deserve your gifts. We're basically strangers now. Liu Ruyan flips her hair. She deliberately raises her voice. She wants to humiliate me in front of everyone, as punishment for me. That's her go-to move. In the past, I would have ditched my pride, bowed my head and apologized, begged her to take the gifts, begged for forgiveness. The whole class goes dead quiet. They can sense something's off. I frown. I shoot Liu Ruyan a cold glare. So childish. These are carnations. They're for my mom. You don't deserve them. Liu Ruyan freezes again. Her face turns steel gray. Some of the guys in class shout, Bro Chen, you're such a real one. Mom comes first. Liu Ruyan can't handle the humiliation. She stands up and storms out. By the time I get back to my seat, I get a text from her. Ling Chen. Looks like you're dead set on forcing me away from Jiboda. But let me tell you, I've been through the rain. I have to hold an umbrella for Jiboda. I know you still love me. You're just playing hard to get, trying to push and pull. No matter what tricks you pull, I won't leave Jiboda. He needs me. He can't live without me. You're the one going crazy, aren't you? I actually laugh out loud. Liu Ruyan really thinks I'm playing hard to get. Can't blame her for thinking that. I used to be such a pathetic simp. No matter how pissed I got, I always crawled back and apologized. Of course, she figured I'd do it again. I was always the biggest simp at her feet. Idiot, I reply. Then I block her on WeChat. That was impossible before. She was the only one who ever blocked me. Over and over. Anytime she was in a bad mood, she'd block me. And I'd pathetically apologize a million times, begging her to unblock me. Gotta say, blocking someone feels pretty damn good. After school, I rush home all excited. Mom's in the kitchen wearing an apron, cooking. Her tired face is full of worry. She's obviously stressing about me. She always worries about me. Chenere, you're still young. You don't understand love yet. Focus on your studies. Getting into a good university will change your life. You're throwing everything away for that Liu Ruyan. Your grades are tanking. No matter what I say, you won't listen. Mom's really worried. Love should be mutual. Liu Ruyan has never given you anything. You need to realize that. Mom's old words of advice echo in my ears. My eyes sting again, watching her busy figure in the kitchen. My tears finally break free. Mom, I run over. Mom turns around, and her face lights up with a smile. Chenner, you're home. I'm making beef stew for you today. I hold back my tears and hand her the gifts. Happy birthday, Mom. Mom freezes. She looks at me in disbelief. You got this for me, for your favorite mom. I pull her into a tight hug. She's shorter than me now, but in my heart she's still the greatest person ever. Mom's eyes get red too. Then, she glances behind me. You're not bringing Liu Ruyan home today. It's Friday. I used to bring Liu Ruyan home every weekend. She loved staying at our place. Our house is big and fancy, and she loved soaking in the big bathtub. She'd take pics and post them on her moments. But I was never in any of those photos. Mom had spent enough time around Liu Ruyan to see right through her. She'd warned me so many times to stay away. But I wouldn't listen. I'd even snap back at her when I got annoyed. Liu Ruyan doesn't deserve to come to our house. She doesn't even deserve one finger of mine. I say it firmly and happily. From now on, I'll listen to you, Mom. I'll study hard, get into a top university and make you proud. Our family will have both money and culture. My family runs a business. And we got rich riding the wave, but none of us are cultured. So getting into a good university is super important. It's my parents' biggest hope. Mom lights up with joy. She doesn't actually care that much about the university. She just doesn't want me to get ruined by Liu Ruyan. Good, good, good. Mom isn't against you having a relationship. I'd never scold you for dating young. But you have to love the right person. You really have to love the right person. Mom's words hit me with even more regret. If I'd listened to her earlier, I wouldn't have suffered an entire lifetime. I wouldn't have ended up dying miserable in a psych ward. Those 3 words, love the right person, suddenly bring up an image in my mind. A female nurse. Her name is Jiang Wangqing. She was my personal nurse in the psych ward last life. During my rare moments of clarity, I found out she was my high school classmate. She's transferring to our class in 2 days. She's from a poor family and has been shy and insecure since she was little. She's always been invisible in class. I never paid her any attention. Later, when we met again in the psych ward, she finally opened up to me. Ling Chen, I only took this hospital job for you. You've gone all silly now. Back then, everyone looked down on me and bullied me. You were the only one who stood up for me and even gave me money for lunch. You probably don't even remember. But I do. I've always remembered. I've wanted to tell you for so long. Liu Ruyan is really bad. But I didn't dare say it because you loved her so much. Back then, I'd just smile like an idiot. Because I really was crazy. This life, I won't smile like that anymore. Because Jiang Wanqing is the right person. I spend Mom's birthday with her. I even order a cake. In the evening, I call Dad and force him to come home. He's a total workaholic and completely forgot Mom's birthday. I threaten him. If you don't come home for Mom's birthday, I'm not taking over the family business. I'll go work at a factory screwing bolts. Dad gets mad at first, but then laughs. You little rascal. You got me. I'm heading back right now. Nothing beats the whole family celebrating together. That weekend, I change myself too. I get a fresh haircut, buy new clothes and shoes. I ditch my old depressed simp look completely. I have 2 goals now. 1. Get into a top university. 2. Don't let Jiang Wanqing down. As for Liu Ruya, what a joke. Get lost. Monday, when I walk into class, the guys in the back row immediately yell, "Bro, Chen, that haircut is fire. It's making me crush on you." I just smile. I ignore Liu Ruyan in the front row and walk straight to my seat. Liu Ruyan ignores me too. Her face is calm, eyes straight ahead. She acts like we're total strangers. But her eyelashes are trembling. Clearly, her heart isn't calm at all. She's stubbornly convinced I'm just playing hard to get and waiting for me to apologize. I don't even glance at her. Instead, I'm watching the door, a little nervous. Sure enough, the homeroom teacher soon walks in, leading a slim girl. She has long hair, simple clothes, and looks anxious. Her shoes are old and faded gray. This is Jiang Wanqing. She actually looks really pretty, but she's super shy and introverted. She doesn't dare look anyone in the eye, and always keeps her head down, which totally kills her charm. After a quick intro, the homeroom teacher asks the class, anyone want to sit with Jiang Wanqing? There are 3 empty seats, one right next to me, one by the window next to a girl, and one in the very back. In my last life, I only had eyes for Liu Ruoyang, and completely ignored Jiang Wanqing. The girl by the window was busy checking herself in the mirror, and looked down on a poor girl like Jiang Wanqing. The guy in the back was actually willing, but Jiang Wanqing is tiny, and from the back row, she wouldn't even see the blackboard. I vaguely remember. The teacher ended up seating Jiang Wanqing next to the window girl. That got her a big eye roll. Jiang Wanqing kept apologizing while the class snickered. Now, I'm looking right at Jiang Wanqing. I see her nervously twisting her fingers, and I immediately raise my hand. Teacher, let her sit with me. The whole class gasps. Everyone turns to stare. Even Liu Ruyan looks shook. She's staring straight at me. I explain Jiang Wanqing can sit here. I need a deskmate anyway. It's kinda boring by myself. Jiang Wanqing looks shocked and thrilled. She lets out a tiny sigh of relief. Someone finally wants her. I get my wish, and Jiang Wanqing becomes my deskmate. She keeps stealing little glances at me. When class ends, She pulls out a pack of little cookies and hands it to me. Thank you, Ling Chen. Have some cookies. No worries, don't mention it. You deserve thanks, you're such a kind person. She puts the cookies in my hand and shyly looks away. I start eating them. Honestly, they aren't that great. They've probably been sitting around forever and are a little soft, but I eat them happily and finish the whole pack. Then, a note from Lu Ruyan slides over. I open it. Her cold, arrogant tone jumps right off the page. Ling Chen, you're so childish. Trying to flirt with some country girl to make me jealous. You even had the guts to block me. It's your own fault for wasting your chance. I was actually calming down after the weekend and was gonna give you one more shot to apologize. But now you're chasing some village girl just to gross me out? Ha ha ha. Go ahead, keep chasing your little country girl. You'll never get me back. Her cold words are dripping with the same old arrogance. She's never once treated me like a real person. Hell, she's never even seen me as human. I crumple the note and toss it in the trash. I open my English workbook and ask Jiang Wanqing, "Hey Jiang, how do you do this one?" Jiang Wanqing comes from a poor family, but her grades are killer, especially English. English is my weak spot. So with her help, I'm way more confident about getting into a top university. She looks thrilled, probably the first time she's ever been someone's tutor. Let me see. And just like that, starting with one English problem, we start leaning closer and closer. I feel Li Ruyan's stare from the front row. But who cares? In just half a month, Jiang Wanqing and I become best friends who tell each other everything. She's so genuine. When she smiles, she gets these cute little dimples, and her short hair looks fresh and clean. She's neat and tidy. If she wasn't so insecure and always looking down, she'd be a total stunning beauty. I want her to become confident. So that weekend, I decide to take her somewhere fancy to treat her. There's a saying that makes total sense. City kids are usually way more confident, partly because they're used to nice places. The more you go, the more comfortable you get. No more feeling nervous. But some country kids have never even been to a KTV and get awkward just walking into KFC. How are they supposed to be confident? I take Jiang Wanqing to the most expensive Western restaurant in the city. For steak, she freezes at the door. She doesn't dare go in and, "Ling Chen, this place looks crazy expensive. Let's not go in." She tries to pull me back, but is too shy to actually grab my hand. "You've been helping me with English the whole time. Whether I get into a top school depends on you. Treating you to steak is nothing. Plus, I have a coupon. 50% off pie. The whole meal will only be like $80. I'm totally lying. It's actually at least 800. Jiang Wanqing has never done this before. So, she innocently believes me. $80 is still really expensive though. How about I take you for fried rice noodles instead? They're super good. She believes me but still hesitates. I hold back a laugh and gently pull her inside. We sit by the window. Through the glass, you can see the busy downtown street. People walk by non-stop. A lot of them glance at the restaurant. When the steaks arrive, I cut Jiang Wanqing's for her. She grips her knife and fork, looking totally lost. How do you even use these? Chopsticks are way easier. They have chopsticks too. I ask the waiter for 2 pairs. Jiang Wanqing finally relaxes and eats with the chopsticks. I like using chopsticks too. Cut everything at once, then just pick it up. Super convenient. I didn't dare do it before, because the first time I brought Lu Ruyan here for steak, she refused to let me use chopsticks. She thought it was embarrassing. The second I picked up chopsticks, she blew up. "Ling Chen, what kind of rich kid are you? Eating steak with chopsticks? Are you crazy? So embarrassing." She's always yelling at me, even in a nice restaurant. I had no choice but to put the chopsticks down, so she wouldn't get mad. Now I'm eating with chopsticks with Jiang Wanqing. She quietly asks me, "Ling Chen, are we being embarrassing?" I'm totally fine with it. You're different from me. What's there to be embarrassed about? Do whatever feels comfortable. If you want, you can even grab a thermos and fill it with free Coke. I crack up, and she bursts out laughing too. Her little face turns pink as she keeps eating with the chopsticks. That's when I notice someone outside the glass window. I turn my head, and my face drops. It's Liu Ruyan and Ji Boda standing right there. They're holding thick stacks of flyers. probably handing them out around here. Then, they spot me. Liu Ruyan and I lock eyes. Her face looks even darker than mine. Her eyes are full of rage and disbelief. Ji Boda just hangs his head a little, still doing that gloomy act. Jiang Wangqing notices Liu Ruyan, too, and gets nervous. She always feels a little anxious around Liu Ruyan. I look away. Don't pay any attention to her. We're not even close anyway. Just keep eating. Jiang Wanqing looks a little confused, but nods and listens to me. Liu Ruyan stands outside the glass for a long time. She's covered in sweat, her whole face flushed red. The sun is blazing today, and she's already furious. So of course she's burning up. When Jiang Wanqing and I finally walk out of the restaurant, Liu Ruyan rushes over. She glares at me. Ling Chen, what the hell is this supposed to mean? Playing dumb. The whole class knows I'm handing out flyers here. You didn't know. You deliberately brought Jiang Wanqing to our usual steak place just to mess with me. Liu Ruyan is boiling with rage. My face goes ice cold. Liu Ruyan, you're way too full of yourself. Even if you were handing out flyers here, I'd still come eat steak. Fine, fine, fine. Are you proud of yourself? I'm broke now. I have to work part-time to make money. You think you've won. Liu Ruyan keeps spitting out her anger. I'm so done, my ears are ringing. Shut up and get lost. You're yapping like a stray dog. It's embarrassing. I grab Jiang Wanqing, who's a little scared, and start walking. I still want to take her shopping for clothes and shoes. Ling Chen, you're ruthless. But I'll say it again. If you refuse to help Ji Boda, no matter how many tricks you pull, I'll never come back to you. I'd rather struggle with Ji Boda than ever leave him. If you keep acting like this, I'll leave you forever. Liu Ruyan drops another ultimatum. If I keep playing around, I'll lose her for good. I can't stop laughing. Don't worry about struggling. Go eat some shit in the toilet instead, and make sure you bring Ji Boda with you. Look at him acting like a damn customer service rep. How many years has it been since he's had a full meal? This Liu Ruyan is seriously unhinged. I used to be way too pathetic and in love with her. So, she was convinced I'd never leave. In her eyes, everything I did was just some push and pull game. I shake my head. I can't believe I ever fell for someone like her. Jiang Wanqing is a million times better. Thinking about Jiang Wanqing, I look back and see her walking behind me with a blushing face, not saying a word. Jiang, why's your face so red? I ask curiously. She lifts her head a little and gently squeezes my hand. A warm feeling spreads through my palm. Turns out we've been holding hands the whole way. She's embarrassed. I almost let go, but instinctively hold on tighter instead. Turns out we've been holding hands the whole way. She's shy. I almost let go right away, but I instinctively squeeze tighter instead. A strange warm rush hits me deep inside, especially when I see Jiang Wanqing lower her head, all shy and adorable. A line from Shujimo suddenly pops into my head. The gentlest moment is that soft lowering of the head, like a water lotus too shy to face the cool breeze. Is this what liking someone feels like? Honestly, Jiang Wanqing and I haven't known each other that long. It's not full-on love yet. The reason I'm so good to her is because I know how much she sacrificed for me in my last life. I helped her before, but it was all casual stuff. I probably would have done the same for any classmate, giving a little money for lunch, chasing off people who teased her. I never thought twice about it, but she remembered everything and caught feelings for me. After I lost my mind, she chose to stay by my side as a regular nurse, caring for me with her whole heart. What guy wouldn't fall for a girl like that? Now it's not just being moved. I really like her. She's beautiful and kind. In my last life, I must have had shit in my eyes not to notice her. Jiang, the second you get shy, my heart starts racing. I don't even know how that works. I tease her on purpose. A smile tugging at my lip. Jiang Wanqing's face turns even redder. She turns away and tucks her hair behind her ear, trying to play it cool. I should head back to school. It's getting late. I live in the dorms. I don't go home much on weekends. To save bus fare. No rush. Let's go shopping first. Buy some stuff. I pull her along anyway, feeling this impatient burst of joy. I want to spoil her, make her all soft and happy. Loving someone is really like tending to a flower, so beautiful. Once you fall for a flower, you can't just watch it wither. You want it to bloom bright and strong. What are we buying? Don't buy anything for me. I don't need stuff. Jiang Wanqing is scared. I'll spend too much. I don't care at all. I just drag her to buy clothes, skirts, shoes, hair clips, necklaces. Anything I like I make her try on. She doesn't dare at first. Just seeing the fancy stores makes her nervous. Ling Chen, don't buy these. They're way too expensive. Let's go to the wholesale market in South City instead. Stuff's cheaper there. Jiang Wanqing whispers, not even daring to check the prices. I want to laugh, but whisper back. Don't worry, my mom told me to buy them for you. She said you can't tutor me for free. I have to give you a gift. Your mom knows about me. Jiang Wanqing looks surprised. A little nervous but mostly happy. Yeah, she really likes you. In my last life, Mom loved Jiang Wanqing so much. During the time, Jiang Wanqing took care of me in the psych ward. Mom would always chat with her, basically treating her like her daughter-in-law. Too bad I was such a mess. Always losing it. It triggered Mom's illness again. Otherwise, Jiang Wanqing and I might have ended up together. You don't have to buy such expensive stuff for me. I really don't need it. Jiang Wanqing keeps refusing. Mom loves coming to school to see me. She even said she'd check on you while she's there. Just think of it as meeting the parents say. Dress up a bit. I tease her, and Jiang Wanqing's face turns bright red. Her eyes dart around nervously. Meeting the parents? Pfft. Young love hits so fast and burns so hot. I take Jiang Wanqing out for steak, buy her clothes, and we have an amazing weekend. We've officially stepped into that flirty stage. I feel a kind of excitement I've never experienced before. Something I never felt with Liu Ruyan. In all those years. From now on, I've completely pushed Liu Ruyan out of my mind. In my eyes, there's only Jiang Wanqing. And getting into a top university to make my family proud. When Jiang Wanqing hears my family wants a cultured kid, she starts making me a study plan. Ling Chen, your grades are already pretty solid. English and Chinese are a bit weak, though. To be safe, you gotta push harder. Just follow me, and I'll plan everything for you. She wants to repay me. She's wearing the clothes and pants I bought her. Her neat short hair tied back with a cute clip. She looks fresh, clean, and stylish. Every now and then she lifts her head. Gentle but with this cool confidence. Nothing like the shy girl who just transferred. A bunch of guys in class keep sneaking glances at her, shocked at how much she's changed. Liu Ruyan is sneaking looks too. Maybe, because of everything, from my last life. I always catch her eyes first. She's in the front row, and her gaze keeps drifting our way, like she's spying on us. Of course, she's still that proud eagle, waiting for me to come crawling back. At the same time, she starts bringing Ji Boda to our class. Every break or after school, Liu Ruyan calls Ji Boda over. She tutors him right there in front of everyone. A girl asks curiously, isn't he from the next class? Not a relative. He's my boyfriend. Liu Ruyan says it loud on purpose. The whole class gasps. All eyes turn to me. I just chuckle, grab Jiang Wanqing's hand, and head out. Wanqing yo. I am hungry. Let's get steak. Again? It's so expensive. Or we can just get fried rice noodles. Jiang Wanqing really hates wasting money. She found out the clothes I bought her cost over 3,000 and didn't talk to me for a full 5 minutes. If I hadn't fake cried, she probably would have stayed silent for 10. Fried rice noodles are delicious too. I excitedly pull Jiang Wanqing along. My happiness is real. I'm not doing it to mess with Liu Ruyan. Right now, Liu Ruyan means nothing to me. I love sitting with Jiang Wanqing at the riverside food stalls. Breeze blowing while we eat rice noodles, grilled skewers, oysters, cheap and delicious. Best part is Jiang Wanqing loves it too. Liu Ruyan watches us leave the classroom. Her face is steel gray. She's gripping her pen so hard her fingers turn white. Ji Boda looks up with his head still hanging. Ruyan, how do you do this question? It's so easy and you still don't get it. Liu Ruyan suddenly snaps, slams the pen on the desk. Everyone jumps. I don't even look back. I just hold Jiang Wanqing's soft little hand. Warm, sweet, and perfect. Time flies. With Jiang Wanqing's full-on help, my English and Chinese shoot up fast. I was already top 10 in class. After 3 mock exams, I'm in the top 5. Maybe this is the power of love. Plus mom's love too. This life, I swear, I'll never let mom feel sad or worried again. With only a little over a month until the college entrance exam, Jiang Wanqing and I go even harder. We switch into hardcore training mode, studying like our lives depend on it. But I notice Liu Ruyan didn't come to school today. A guy in the back row tells me, "Bro Chen, your ex apparently couldn't pay for lunch. She passed out from hunger yesterday. Probably stuck in the hospital." Passed out from hunger? In this day and age? That's insane. But thinking about it, Liu Ruyan is an orphan. Her aunt abused her constantly. Before I saved her, she was already malnourished and broke. Always hungry and cold. Now she's just back where she started. I don't care about the guys teasing in the back. Bro Chen really knows how to pick 'em all. Most importantly, he has good taste. He locked down the school beauty early. So jealous. The school beauty they're talking about is Jiang Wanqing. After I spoiled her, like a flower, she doesn't keep her head down anymore, or act all insecure and shy, because I tell her every day how pretty she is. She started holding her head high. She even checks herself in the mirror sometimes. I also compliment her figure. So she learned how to dress cute. She even rocks short skirts now without hesitation. A clean, adorable, stunning beauty was born. Just those 2 little dimples have my bros acting like total idiots. I grin proudly, and under the desk, my hand mischievously slides onto Jiang Wanqing's leg. She glares at me, then stomps on my shoe, but her face is completely red. So cute. That afternoon, Liu Ruyan shows up for class. She looks drained, face pale. She seems totally out of it. I haven't paid attention to her in ages. I treat her like air every day. I didn't expect her to look this bad, so I glance over twice. She happens to look at me at the same time. Our eyes meet. Her face tightens in an instant. That familiar cold arrogance creeps back onto her face. In her eyes, I'm still just a pathetic simp. I feel annoyed with myself. What the hell is wrong with me? Why am I even looking at her? I immediately look away. Better to look at my Wanqing. But then another note from Liu Ruyan slides over. I open it. "You still snuck a look at me. Better stick to looking at my Wanqing." But then a note from Liu Ruyan slides over. "You still snuck a look at me. You can't let go of me deep down. You feel bad for me, don't you? Both me and Jiboda are having a rough time. His dad is barely hanging on. He can't even pay his tuition anymore. We eat instant noodles together all the time. It's miserable, and it's all your fault. I didn't think you'd be this stubborn. It's been so long, and you still won't apologize. This is your last chance. Reply to my note before school ends." I can't help but laugh again. Even though Liu Ruyan's tone is way softer this time. She didn't even say she wouldn't leave Jiboda. But it's still packed with that same arrogance. How hilarious. Who do you even think you are? Demanding I apologize before school ends. Liu Ruyan could wait till she dies, and I'd never apologize. I rip up the note. Then I go back to grinding with Jiang Wanqing. We're aiming for a 985 university together. Ideally, the same. School's almost over. But I'm still deep in study mode with Jiang Wanqing. Liu Ruyan is clearly losing it. Her eyes are glued to me non-stop. A bunch of classmates notice her staring, and start looking at me curiously too. It bugs me. So I look up and frown. "What are you staring at? I'm not Wianzu." Right then, I spot a familiar figure at the door. She's got her hair in a neat bun, wearing a proper business outfit. That's a little loose. Light makeup on her face makes her look gentle and warm. My heart flips. It's my mom, and she's in full work mode. Mom's basically a part-time housewife, but sometimes she goes back to the company when she gets bored. Whenever she does, she loves stopping by to see me after work. She draws everyone's eyes. I nudge Jiang Wanqing's hand. "Quick, look, it's Mom." Jiang Wanqing freezes. She sees Mom scanning the classroom, and instantly gets super nervous. She quickly fixes her collar and hair. "Your mom is so pretty. Oh my gosh. What I do? Meeting the parents already?" I almost die laughing. Meanwhile, Liu Ruyan suddenly stands up in the front row. She puts on a big smile and walks over to greet my mom. Auntie Zhang, what brings you here? It's been so long. Liu Ruyan is all warmth and energy. She even has this fake sweet look on her face. Something you'd never have seen before. Back then she had me wrapped around her finger. I loved her, no matter what. So, even my mom couldn't control me. Liu Ruyan knows how to read the room. Naturally, she acts like the high and mighty princess. She barely showed my mom any respect before. Mom pauses for a second, giving Liu Ruyan a surprised once over. She looks thoughtful. She already knows I dumped Liu Ruyan, and I even told her. I have a new girlfriend now. Right on cue, the bell rings. I grab Jiang Wanqing's hand and we jog out. Mom sees us, and her face lights up with a huge smile. Her bright eyes keep checking out Jiang Wanqing. Jiang Wanqing is so nervous. Her palm is sweating in mine. Her cheeks are flushed pink. Her eyes are full of shy little sparks. This classmate must be the Jiang Wanqing you keep telling me about. Mom smiles softly. I nod like crazy. Jiang Wanqing bows deep right away. Hello, Antian. You're so beautiful. Mom can't hold back a laugh. I'm getting old. You're the pretty one. No wonder my son is working so hard and turning his life around for you. Thank you. I actually hadn't told Mom too many details about Jiang Wanqing, but moms always know their sons. I've completely changed lately, walking around happy and smiling every day. Mom figured it out ages ago. I should be the one thanking Ling Chen. He's the one who changed my whole life. If it wasn't for him, I'd still be that shy, insecure girl. Mom nods thoughtfully again. Good, good, good. You two are changing each other for the better. Come on. Let me treat you to dinner. Auntie, let me treat you. How about steak? Yang Wanqing jumps in eagerly. There's this Western place with really good steak. Mom doesn't turn her down. She smiles and agrees. I wink at Jiang Wanqing and whisper, You got money. I've got 2,000 on my Huabei. It should work. Jiang Wanqing whispers back. I almost crack up, but my heart is so full. This sweet, silly girl. It makes me think back to the first time Liu Ruyan met my mom. I had brought her home. The second we walked in, she pulled out her phone and started snapping pics nonstop. When she saw Mom, she gave this fake smile and said, but her eyes were all over the place. She had zero patience talking to Mom. And even though I reminded her beforehand to at least bring some fruit as a gift, she didn't bother. Said she was too lazy. Back then I thought she was just young and clueless. Now I realize she straight up looked down on me. So, of course, she didn't care about my mom. Right now, Jiang Wanqing pulls out her big weapon, Huabai, and offers to treat Mom to steak. She's always been too scared to even open Huabai because she's afraid of overspending. She's so silly. I squeeze Jiang Wanqing's hand tighter and never want to let go. Beside us, Liu Ruyan watches me walk away. Her lips tremble. She wants to say something but can't. She finally seems to realize. I really like Jiang Wanqing, and I really don't like her anymore. We all enjoy that steak dinner. Jiang Wanqing even pays with her Huabai. Total comes to 1,600. Good thing Huabai worked. Otherwise, I would have been so embarrassed. Jiang Wanqing secretly lets out a relieved breath. Her little face is still a bit pink from nerves. I want to laugh. Mom is sharp as ever. She can tell Jiang Wanqing is broke, but she doesn't mind at all. Instead, she gives me this approving look. She knows I finally found the right person. See, for guys, loving the right person is that simple, but so many girls just don't get it. After we drop Mom off at the car, I take Jiang Wanqing back to school. We still have evening self-study. The second we walk through the school gate, Liu Ruyan comes straight at us. Her face is pale green. Her eyes are full of complicated, hard-to-read emotions. Arrogance mixed with frustration. I frown at her. She glances at Jiang Wanqing, then says coldly, Jiang Wanqing, the homeroom teacher is looking for you. Hurry up and go. Jiang Wanqing doesn't move. She just grips my hand even tighter. She clearly doesn't believe her. I pat the back of Jiang Wanqing's hand. Wanqing, you go back to class first. Jiang Wanqing hesitates for a second, but still leaves. Liu Ruyan takes a deep breath and stares hard at me. Her voice is hoarse. Ling Chen, You really fell for that country girl Jiang Wanqing. Take a good look at yourself. It's obvious who's the country girl here. I laugh coldly. Liu Ruyan looks exhausted right now. Her complexion, terrible. And her once brand new clothes are gone. Ever since I cut her off, she has zero money for new outfits. She used to buy several sets every month. Now she's just an ordinary broke student. Why are you doing this to me? You were supposed to take care of me. Why are you spoiling Jiang Wanqing? Does she even deserve it? Liu Ruyan is starting to crack. Don't get it twisted. I'm not the one taking care of her. She's taking care of me. I flash a smile. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Loving someone is like tending to a flower. That tending isn't just about money or stuff. In my last life, when I was losing my mind, Jiang Wanqing stayed by my side with all her love and took care of me like I was her whole world. In this life, when I'm paying her back, she gives me the sweetest things in return. Making me breakfast, making study plans for me, even treating my mom to steak. When the flower you cared for blooms, that's love. Liu Ruyan would never understand that. She's the kind of man-eating flower that swallows you whole and spits out nothing but bones. Bullshit. All the money and love you used to give me, you gave it to Jiang Wanqing instead. That's you taking care of her. Liu Ruyan's eyes are full of hatred. I refuse to accept this. Everything that was supposed to be mine is hers now. Give it back. Give it back to me. Give it back. Looks like you're really losing it, T. I suggest you accept it. You're such a saint after all. Saving Ji Boda, no matter what. I admire that. I wish you two a long and happy life together. May you have many kids. I wave and walk away. Liu Ruyan's lips tremble hard. She grabs my arm. Ling Chen, I only helped Ji Boda. Out of sympathy. I yank free. None of my business. I keep walking. You know how it is. I've always had depression. Ji Boda is the same as me. He's been through hell too. I couldn't help wanting to save him. He's really struggling. I yank my arm free. None of my business. I keep walking. Liu Ruyan's shoulders are shaking. Tears slide down from the corners of her eyes. Ling Chen, please, don't be like this, okay? I was wrong. Isn't that enough? Those words seem to drain every last bit of strength from her. She drops her head low, body tense all over. I can hear her teeth chattering. Nope, I don't even look back and keep walking. Behind me, Liu Ruyan stands in the shadows. She finally breaks and sobs out loud. I don't believe you're this heartless. You're forcing me to stay with Ji Boda. He really likes me. He says he can't live without me. Ling Chen, come back, or I'll be Ji Boda's girlfriend for real. She's threatening me again. But this time, the threat has no bite. That same sickening arrogance still lingers in her voice. Even the tiniest trace of it makes me want to throw up. Liu Ruyan, you are disgusting. I ignore every word she says and head straight back to Jiang Wanqing. Jiang Wanqing doesn't ask a single question. She sees everyone else buried in their books and suddenly leans in fast, planting a quick kiss on my cheek. Then she turns bright red and flips open her textbook like nothing happened. So cute. One more. We duck our heads and sneak in a real kiss. I swallow, grinning. Jiang Wanqing bites her lip and jabs me hard with her pen. You're such a little kid. Ha ha. Playing around with my favorite little kid. The college entrance exam finally arrives. We gather in class, bright and early, ready to head to the testing center. That's when a guy in the back row goes, holy shit, he's holding up his phone. Study committee is wild. She just posted that she's official with Ji Boda. Everyone's stunned. They all whip out their phones to check moments. Liu Ruyan and Ji Boda just went public. Ji Boda's kind of a mini celeb now. He's actually really hot, with that moody, mysterious vibe. Total campus heartthrob. And Liu Ruyan has been famous forever. Everyone's dream princess. So their announcement sets off a massive gossip explosion. Bro Chen, your ex is going hard. Official right before the exam. Check the caption. Youth, like this. Loving you with no regrets. It's not just the caption. There are pics too. Photos of Liu Ruyan and Ji Boda together. Looks like they're in a hotel room. Did they seriously go book a room last night? Holy crap. Liu Ruyan still hasn't shown up. Overslept, maybe. Wait, they just went official. She'll probably show up soon. The class is buzzing non-stop. I just think it's hilarious. What a joke. Youth like this, loving you with no regrets. I grab Jiang Wanqing's hand and laugh. She gives me a big eye roll and says seriously, don't worry about other people's drama. Focus on the exam today. We're both getting into ICIAD. Yes, ma'am. I lock in, heart set on Exia. Liu Ruyan finally shows up too. She put on makeup today. Probably borrowed money to eat a few decent meals. Because she actually looks okay. The second she walks in, all eyes are on her. But she ignores everyone. Doesn't even glance at me. She just slides me another note. I am with Jibota now. Mad. Regret it yet. I picked today, on purpose. Hope you don't get distracted during the exam. This is all because you pushed me. I really want to know what you're thinking. Tell me, Ling Chen. Your white moonlight that you chased for years just gave her body to another guy in some cheap $80 hotel room. Does that make you angry? I feel sick. I'm not angry. But damn, it makes me want to puke. It's not just how gross Liu Ruyan is being. It's that same arrogant tone she's had this whole time. Everything I did for her all these years just became fuel for her ego. She still looks down on me from above, like I'm some pathetic dog at her feet. My face stays calm. I don't say a word. Liu Ruyan turns to look at me, and the corner of her mouth curls up. I was about to write back disgusting, when Jiang Wanqing suddenly snatches the note and rips it to shreds. Then she leans in with a sweet smile, tilts her head, and whispers, "Exams starting soon. When it's over, I'll give you a reward. What do you want?" Looking at her cute dimples and that adorable face, I can't help smiling. A 1-minute French kiss. I love teasing you. She actually loves kissing me too. She's just too shy to go deeper. Okay, kiss me however you want. Jiang Wanqing blinks. Shyness flooding her eyes. Even her dimples turn pink. My heart is soaring. Who cares about Liu Ruyan? Just a gross pile of crap. Better not to look. The 2 days of the college entrance exam. I pour everything I've got into it. My eyes are only on the test papers. And of course, on Jiang Wanqing. Before every test, she gives me a little kiss. So I won't get nervous. Honestly, she should be the nervous one. She needs Ida way more than I do. She told me ages ago. Her family is poor, and studying is her only way out. She already has her whole life planned. The turning point is getting into ICIAD. Once she gets in, her whole world changes. My family has money, so getting in would just make my parents happy. Not getting in would just be a small regret. I tell Jiang Wanqing, I'm not scared of bombing it. Stop worrying about me. Take care of yourself. Don't get distracted because of me. I'm not worried either. I just want you to do well. Jiang Wanqing grins. I ruffle her hair. You said before, your life-changing moment was getting into XCA day. But, you've been thinking about me so much. I'm scared you'll mess up and let yourself down. Jiang Wanqing smiles again, dimples showing. That was before I fell for you. Now my turning point is you. My heart gets hit hard. I almost tear up. Jiang Wanqing, you silly girl. The exam is finally over. Jiang Wanqing and I look at each other and smile, pulling each other into a tight hug. We both did great. Barring any surprises, we got what we wanted. As we walk out of the exam hall, a Mercedes is waiting. Mom is anxiously scanning the crowd. When she sees us, she softens into a smile. You must be starving. Let's go eat steak. This time, she doesn't ask about the test at all. She doesn't want to put pressure on us. We don't feel any pressure anyway. An amazing life is waiting for us. In the car, I secretly poke Jiang Wanqing's palm. Where's that French kiss you promised? Pervert. Jiang Wanqing turns away, ears burning red. She sneaks a glance at Mom driving in the front seat too. Don't worry, Mom didn't hear. I scoot closer to her. Time to keep your promise. She covers her ears with both hands, lowers her head and starts chanting, Amitabha, Amitabha. Oh you, Jiang Wanqing. I laugh out loud, heart overflowing with love. Thank you for being you. On the day the scores come out, all the classmates head back to school. Right after scores are released, we have graduation photos. After that, everyone goes their separate ways. The school is packed and buzzing with excitement. The whole class is there. Liu Ruian sits in the front row, silent, just scrolling on her phone. She looks drained again. Her dark circles are obvious. Clearly, things aren't going well. Yan Wanqing beside me is super nervous. She keeps glancing out the window, trying to calm herself down. I gently hold her hand, silently comforting her. The scores are finally out. Everyone checks their own. I look at mine first. 651. The second I see the number, I'm pumped. That's definitely enough for EIA. My best score ever. Jiang Wanqing next to me bursts into tears on the spot. She doesn't care who's watching. She throws her arms around me and cries her eyes out. It hits me then. She was nervous about my score the whole time. I thought she was worried about herself. Don't cry, check yours. I wipe her tears. She smiles through the tears and casually pulls up her own score. She's not nervous anymore. 653, 2 points higher than me. I relax completely. The huge weight in my chest finally drops. I can't help kissing her. She blushes again and gives me a little glare. The whole class is focused on their own scores. Some are cheering, some are crying. A girl up front suddenly yells, 490. What the? Study committee forgot to fill in the answer sheet. Liu Ruian got 490. She was the study committee head with top grades. In my last life, she helped Ji Boda catch up. Some people can't hold back their tears. A girl in the front row suddenly screams, 490. What? Study committee, did you forget to fill in the answer sheet? Liu Ruian got 490. She was the study committee head and always had top grades. In my last life, it was thanks to her help that Ji Boda caught up and surpassed me, stepped all over me, and got into a top university. I never expected that this life Liu Ruian would only score 490. The whole class is stunned. A lot of people don't believe it and crowd around to check. Liu Ruian just keeps her head down, her back trembling slightly, breathing fast and ragged. She looks absolutely devastated. Ugh. Liu Ruian brought this on herself. She's been glued to Ji Boda every day, tutoring him, paying for everything, and her own grades completely tank. Someone mutters. Her roommate chimes in too. Yay, it's so dumb. You guys know. Every weekend the study committee was out working part-time to make money. Ji Boda's dad is super sick and needs tons of cash. Ji Boda basically ruined her. Wasn't Liu Ruian supposed to be rich? Why was she even working? Someone else wonders, rich, please. Bro Chen was the one taking care of her the whole time. Once he stopped being her simp, she was done. Serves her right. Looks like Bro Chen really got the school beauty. Jiang Wanqing treats him like a god. So jealous. The class is buzzing with gossip. One of the guys behind me just checked our scores and decides to twist the knife on purpose. Hey. Bro Chen got 651. Jiang Wanqing got 653. They're both heading to SCIA together. Holy shit, that's insane. Everyone gasped. Jiang Wanqing and I suddenly become the center of attention. Liu Ruian flinches. She wants to turn around and look at me but stops herself. Then she stands up and runs out. Doesn't even stay for the graduation photos. Liu Ruian's absence doesn't stop us from taking the class picture. The whole class gets our graduation photos done. Friends take little group shots here and there too. Jiang Wanqing and I obviously take a couple photo. She's still pretty shy about it and turns bright red from all the teasing and cheering. While she's distracted, I lean in and kiss her right on the lips for the picture. Full on. That absolutely explodes the vibe. Everyone claps like crazy. And the laughter is deafening. That's what youth with no regrets looks like. After the photos, Jiang Wanqing says she needs to go home for a bit. She's been working summer jobs since break started and has been staying at my place. So she hasn't been home yet. I'll go home with you to meet your parents. Now it's my turn to meet the parents, huh? Stop it. Jiang Wanqing glares at me. My house is in the village. All my relatives are dying to hear the good news. I'll head back first by myself. They're all waiting excitedly. She's eager to share the SCIADA news with them. Plus her cousin came to pick her up. I nod and watch her leave with her cousin. The school is still lively. I head back toward the classroom. When I reach a quiet corner of the building, I hear a familiar voice up ahead. Ji Boda. You got over 550. You can pick a decent undergrad program. I barely scraped 500. If I go local, the tuition is like 10 or 20,000 a year. I can only think about community college. It's Liu Ruyan's voice. She sounds exhausted and bitter. Ji Boda doesn't sound as gloomy anymore. There's a hint of excitement in his voice. I really overperformed this time. Feels good. Liu Ruyan forces a smile. Congrats. Your dad must be really proud. Of course he is. He says, thank you so much. Oh, and he wants you to marry me soon. Ji Boda starts making future plans. How about this? Forget school. Community college is useless anyway. Just marry me, move back to our village, have kids, and help take care of my dad. He can't afford the hospital anymore. He needs someone there, full-time. Ji Boda's words hit like a bomb. Liu Ruyan is completely stunned. Marry you right now and drop out. Yeah, why not? What's the point of a girl studying anyway? Just marry me, have babies, and wait for me to graduate and get a good job. I won't treat you badly. Ji Boda says it like it's obvious. Liu Ruyan stumbles back a couple steps. Shocked and furious. Ji Boda, how can you be so shameless? When you were at your lowest, I pulled you out of the fire. And now you're saying this. Ji Boda frowns. Don't you love me? Didn't you fall for me at first sight? Why won't you drop school and marry me? Liu Ruyan is speechless. Big teardrops spill from her eyes. Ji Boda still looks confused. Why are you crying? What's so bad about getting married? I'm not marrying you! Liu Ruyan screamed, tears pouring down. I never should have helped you. Why was I so stupid? Why was I so damn stupid? Liu Ruyan completely breaks. She wipes her tears while pointing at Ji Boda and cursing him out. I thought you were my true love. I couldn't stand being with Ling Chen because he was too pathetic. He had zero charm. Now I realize he wasn't the one without charm. I was just cheap and stupid. I didn't cherish everything he gave me. Liu Ruyan wails, crying so hard she can barely stand. Ji Boda tries to help her up in shock, but Liu Ruyan shoves him away and falls to the ground herself. The pain from the fall is the last straw. She lets out a heartbreaking scream. Ling Chen doesn't want me anymore. Ling Chen doesn't want me anymore. He really doesn't love me anymore. Ji Boda, this is all your fault. I must have been blind to ever fall for you. You're not even worth one finger of Ling Chen's. No money, no background. Selfish, entitled, chauvinistic. You deserve to stay depressed forever. You deserve to be bullied. Liu Ruyan is roaring through her tears. Her hair is stuck to her wet face. She looks pale and completely unhinged. Ha 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 ha. I'm finished. I have nothing left. And you still want me to marry you and be your slave. Ha ha. If I'd stayed with Ling Chen earlier, I wouldn't be so broke I can't even eat. I wouldn't have bombed the exam like this. The one who got screwed is Mei, not Jiang Wanqing. She keeps screaming sentence after sentence. Ji Boda stands there frozen for a second, then explodes in rage. He storms forward and slaps Liu Ruyan hard across the face. No wonder you've been so impatient with me lately, and even yelling at me sometimes. Turns out you can't accept that Ling Chen got stolen away. You cheap woman. The slap draws blood on Liu Ruyan's face. How can you be so two-faced? Let me tell you, it's too late to regret it now. You started helping me, so you better finish the job. Marry me and take care of me. Liu Ruyan covers her face and stands up, screaming at him the same way she used to scream at me. Ji Boda gets even angrier. He shoves her to the ground and starts hitting her. Shut up. You're my wife now. I'll beat you to death, if I want. Ji Boda is dead serious. In his head, Liu Ruyan is already his wife, his personal tool to hit whenever he feels like it. It's clear. Ji Boda was never a good person to begin with. That's why he got bullied and ostracized. Pitiful people often have something hateful about them. It's hilarious that Liu Ruyan fell for him at first sight and wanted to save this kindred spirit. What's going on over there? A few classmates run over after hearing the noise. Ji Boda gets scared and bolts. Liu Ruyan, face covered in blood, struggles to her feet and leans against the wall, gasping for air, tears still streaming. The classmates offer to take her to the infirmary. She shakes her head and refuses. I stop watching and walk toward the stairs. Hands in my pockets. Liu Ruyan freezes. She finally sees me. She just stands there, clutching the wall, shaking violently. Snot, tears and blood are all running together. I ignore her and keep walking farther away. She suddenly starts crying and screaming again, stumbling and running after me. She trips and falls at my feet. She grabs my leg with both hands. Ling Chen, I was wrong. I was so wrong. Please forgive me. I try to shake her off hard, but she won't let go. Liu Ruan keeps crying and begging. I made a huge mistake. Please forgive me. Can we go back to how things were? I'm still clean. I never gave myself to G. Boda. That post was just to mess with you on purpose. I didn't give it to him. I'll give it to you tonight. Okay. Her words are completely shameless. The nearby classmates are shocked, speechless. Let go. I try to pull away immediately. Liu Ruyan's tears are mixed with blood. Blood keeps dripping from the corner of her eye. Ling Chen, I really was wrong. I'll do anything you want, I swear. Whatever you want, I'll give it to you. Just take me back, please. I know I messed up. I know. She's desperately apologizing. Humbled. All the way to the dirt. This time there's finally no trace of that nauseating arrogance in her words. I look down at her coldly. No emotion at all. You didn't realize you were wrong. You just realized you can't survive without me. I yank my leg free with force. I look down at her. My expression stays completely calm. You didn't realize you were wrong. You just realized you can't survive without me. I yank my leg again with force. I shake off Liu Ruyan's hands. I stride up the stairs without looking back. Behind me, Liu Ruyan cries until she nearly passes out. In the golden autumn of September, Jiang Wanqing and I walk into ICAA University hand in hand, smiling. She's bouncing around happily, like a little bird, looking at everything, pointing at everything. She keeps dragging me around to take photos, saying she wants to show them to my mom. Looking at her, my heart is full of tenderness. In my last life, she was a nurse in the psych ward, while I was the crazy, messed up patient. This life, we're both students at ICAA University, a couple heading toward a beautiful future together. Wanqing, thank you. I smile. Jiang Wanqing tilts her head. Thank you, for what? Thank you for being by my side. I answer softly. Jiang Wanqing blinks, then wraps her arm around mine. What's there to thank? I'll always be by your side. We'll have kids together. Grow old, together. Even when we're old, you'll still want French kisses. You total pervert. Golden autumn leaves drift through the campus like snow. The embarrassed Jiang Wanqing's dimples show as she pouts. She's so beautiful it takes my breath away. 2 months later, I'm kissing Jiang Wanqing right outside the girls' dorm. Lips on lips. A message from one of my high school buddies pops up. Holy shit. Bro Chen, your ex has lost it. She's in a psych ward now. The so-called ex is obviously Liu Ruyan. I ask what happened. My buddy sighs heavily. After she bombed the exam, she had no money for college, so she was working all the time. But then G. Boda forced her back to his village. Turns out Liu Ruyan really has no parents. Her aunt doesn't care about her, either. After G. Boda dragged her back, she was tortured badly. She became a total wreck and lost her mind. I'm a bit shocked. G. Boda actually went that crazy. Later, she managed to escape on her own, and the police found her zero. G. Boda got arrested and sent to prison. His asshole is probably ruined by now. It was even on the local news. Everyone knows about it. I listen in silence. I'm not heartless. But when I think about Liu Ruyan's true nature, my heart turns to stone. If I hadn't been reborn, my ending would have been even worse than hers. I would have stayed crazy my whole life. My mom would have killed herself. My dad would have collapsed from the grief, and the whole company would have gone bankrupt. Meanwhile, Liu Ruyan and G. Boda, that pair of scumbags, would have been living their happy little life, with zero sympathy for me. If in my last life, she had even once visited me in the psych ward, or tried to comfort me, or not been so cruel to my mom, I might have felt a tiny bit of pity for her. But she did nothing. She enjoyed everything I gave her, then threw me away like trash. When I went crazy, she just laughed at me and said Ling Chen loved me so hard he went insane. So funny, right? Yeah, hilarious. Now she's the one in the psych ward. What's wrong? Jiang Wanqing asks curiously. wrapping her arm around mine. I put my phone away and smile softly. Nothing. Let's keep kissing. Your little mouth. I just can't get enough of it. Pfft, this mouth is so sweet. End of episode. Don't forget to like, save, and subscribe.